voltage control oscillator. So by controlling the voltage we can change the frequency of the oscillation, that is a voltage control oscillator. So voltage will control the frequency of output signal, that is voltage control oscillator. Now see, this is a voltage control oscillator. By controlling this voltage we will control the frequency of output signal. So see, this output frequency is equal to omega 0 into plus k VCO multiplied by V control, this controlling voltage. So omega 0 is the intercept corresponding when V control is equal to 0, and k VCO is a gain or sensitivity. See this diagram, on a y-axis we will take the omega out, and on x-axis we will take the controlling voltage. So see, this is a gain of this, that is a k VCO. So k VCO is greater than or equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by V2 minus V1. So this is the gain of this VCO. So we will see the performance parameter of the VCO. So first parameter is center frequency. So this is a mid-range value. It is determined by the environment in which the voltage control oscillator is used. For the CMOS, this center frequency is 10 GHz. Tuning range, this is omega 2 minus omega 1, that is a tuning range. So it is dictated by two parameters. One, that is the variation of VCO central frequency with the process and temperature parameters, and frequency range which is required for your application. So tuning range will depends upon these two parameters. The first one is the variation of VCO central frequency with the process and temperature, and the second parameter is the frequency range that is required for your application. Next VCO parameter is tuning linearity. The tuning characteristics of voltage control exhibit a non-linearity, that is their gain k VCO is not constant. For this reason it is desirable to minimize this variation of k VCO, that is a gain of the voltage control oscillator across the tuning range. Next parameter, that is output amplitude. It is desirable to achieve the large output of the oscillator amplitude. So thus we will find out less sensitive that signal to the noise. So output amplitude of your VCO should be a large, so it will be a less sensitive to the noise signal. Next parameter is the power dissipation. So oscillator it will drain 1 to 10 milliwatt of the power. Supply and common mode rejection. Oscillators are sensitive to the noise if they are realized in a single ended form. So we will generally prefer a differential ended signal to avoid the noise signal, or to give the circuit immunity to the noise signal, we are preferring a differential signal. Next parameter, that is output signal purity. Even with a constant control voltage, output waveform of VCO is not perfectly periodic. So electronics noise of the device in the oscillator, so we are using a transistor, so transistor having thermal noise and flicker noise. So due to this, so if you are applying the constant control voltage, the output waveform is not perfectly periodic. The reason is that we are using transistor, and transistor having thermal noise and flicker noise. We are using a supply voltage, so supply noise is, so this will lead a noise in a output and output phase and frequency of that output signal. Now this is a tuning in ring oscillators. So by controlling this voltage, this is a controlling voltage. So this is a differential amplifier with a variable time output time constant. So we apply the input, this is a differential amplifier to transistor M1 and M2. This is the tail current. So ID1 of transistor 1 and transistor 2 depends upon this ISS. This is a current source. By controlling this voltage, M3 and M4 can be act as a current source. So this M3 and M4 operate in a triad region. So we already know that whenever this transistor is operated in a triode region, it can be act as a resistor between source and drain. So this is a variable resistor whose value is controlled by this controlling voltage. So whenever this controlling voltage is more positive, so on resistance of transistor 3 and transistor 4, it will increases. So it will increases the time, so and it will lower the frequency of oscillation. So whenever this controlling voltage is more, the on resistance of transistor 3 and transistor 4 is increases. So sampling time t constant is equal to t into RC. So R will increases, so it will increase the on time or it will decrease the frequency, because frequency is inversely proportional to the sampling time. So if transistor M3 and M4s operated in a deep triode region, so sampling time is given by R on of 3 or 4 multiplied by CL. So time constant is equal to T is equal to R into C. So in this case R is R on of transistor 3 and transistor 4 multiplied by CL. So we know the equation of R on, so we can write the equation of R on, that is a 1 upon mu p C ox, because this is a PMOS, size of 3 or 4 multiplied by VGS minus VTH. So in this case VGS is voltage of source, that is VDD, minus voltage on gate, that is V control, minus VTH. So this is the equation of R on resistance of transistor, that is a mu p C ox double by L of transistor 3 or 4. This is a VGS, in this case voltage on source, that is a supply, minus voltage on gate, that is the controlling voltage, minus VTH. So frequency of oscillation is inversely proportional to the T. So we can put the value of equation of T here. So frequency of oscillation is proportional to mu p C of W by L of 3 or 4 VDD minus controlling voltage minus VT of PMOS divided by CL. So frequency of oscillation is directly proportional to the controlling voltage. So by controlling the voltage, we can control the frequency of output signal. Phase lock loop. So PLL is a system which will compare the phase of output signal with the input signal, and this comparison is done by the phase detector. So PLL is a feedback system that will compare the output phase with the input signal phase, and this comparison is done by the phase detector. Now see, this is a phase detector. We apply the signal V1 and V2. These are the two signal. This is the output signal Vout. So when you this phase detector will detect a phase difference of input signal. So Vout versus phase difference. So phase detector is the circuit whose average value, that is Vout, is linearly proportional to the phase difference of the two input signal. So from this graph we can conclude that the phase detector is the circuit whose average output Vout is linearly proportional to the phase difference of two input signal. XOR gate is an example of phase detector. Now see this XOR gate, we are applying signal V1, V2. These are the two signal applying here. So see, this is a V1 signal and second one is V2 signal. So there is a phase difference here between V1 and V2, and that is detected by this XOR gate. So output is a phase difference of V1 and V2. So XOR gate is the example of phase detector which will detect the phase difference of two signal, that is V1 and V2. So if you see this diagram, here is a phase difference and that is detected by the XOR gate. Similarly at this point there is a phase difference and that is detected by XOR gate. In this case here is a phase difference and that is detected by XOR gate. So V1 is the input signal, V2 is the second input signal which is applied to the XOR gate, and XOR gate will detect a phase difference of input signal. Simple phase lock loop. See, this is the block diagram of simple phase lock loop, PLL. So input signal is given to the phase detector. Output of the phase detector is DC plus AC, so we need a low pass filter which will pass a DC signal and block the AC signal. A controlling voltage, that is a DC voltage, is required for VCO. So phase detector will compare the phase of output signal and input signal and generate the error. So that will vary the controlling voltage, and controlling voltage will change the output signal frequency until the phases are aligned, or we can say loop is locked. So phase detector will compare this input signal with this output signal, accordingly generate the error which will generate this DC voltage to control the frequency of output signal till the phase of input and output are equal. That means the loop is locked. So output of phase detector is a DC plus AC voltage, and we have to remove the AC component because we require a DC voltage to the voltage control oscillator, that is the V controlling voltage is a DC voltage. So we use a low pass filter. So function of low pass filter is to remove the AC component and pass the DC signal. So output of low pass filter is a DC signal. So low pass filter will suppress the high frequency component and pass the DC signal. Now see the PLL waveform in a lock condition. So this is the input signal, this is output signal. If you see this input and output, there is a phase difference here, okay, that is detected by a phase lock loop, phase detector. So this is the output of phase detector. So it will detect this phase difference. See, this is a phase difference and it is detected by phase detector. So in this case, phase detector will detect the phase difference of input signal and output signal. So it will, output of phase detector is filter by low pass filter. So this is the DC voltage, this is output frequency controlling voltage, omega 1 minus omega 0 divided by V1 minus V0, that is a gain. Now see the calculation of phase error, average output voltage, phase difference. So see this V1, so this input and output exhibit small difference and that is detected by phase difference. So see this equation, omega out is equal to omega 0 plus gain multiplied by controlling voltage. This is the equation for VCO. So V1 is equal to, this V1 is equal to omega 1 minus omega 0 divided by K VCO. So phase error is V1 divided by KPD. So we have the V1 here, we can put equation of V1. So phase error is equal to omega 1 minus omega 0 divided by KPD multiplied by KVCO. So input frequency of PLL vary, which will create the phase error, and to minimize the phase error, KPD and KVCO must be maximized. So we can reduce this error by increasing this factor, that is a KPD and KVCO. So this is the gain of phase difference, this one, and KVCO is the gain of VCO, that is omega 1 minus omega 0. So to reduce the phase error of PLL, we can maximize these two factors, that is the gain of phase detector and gain of voltage control oscillator.